He's actually really, really positive.
You definitely hear the Elliott positivity, but it's time to find out. They're racing for the December hurdle over 2 miles. It's the final grade one of the year, and it's going to be Casheldale Lad and Jordan Gainford who cut out the running. Lossiemouth will sit second, Brighterdaysahead. Great to see last year's winner back. She's third towards the inside. Anzadam is just outside in the yellow and black. Aranci is next. Hello Neighbour, Winter Fog, and Futurum Regum as they go on their way towards flight number 1. This will be the last. Next time around, Casheldale Lad, faller at the last in the Hatton's Grace when running a big race. Last time leads over from in second Lossiemouth, and third is Brighterdaysahead, and they're being chased in 4 by Anzadam. Hello Neighbour on the inside of Aranci. Next up behind these, Winter Fog and Futurum Regum, and I can remember a year ago, Davey, they were hitting 32.34 mile an hour at this time as King of Kingsfield took them along. It's a bit more sedate this year.
It's more sedate and it's on better ground, so this could play the strengths of the likes of Anzadam and maybe a horse with a bit of pace, and a horse that I have a little bit of a fancy for is the horse in front. And if he got loose in front, you'd never know. He's a quick horse, and he's definitely a horse on the upgrade. But as you see, Jack, the mare is full in his hands, and she's jumping up out of his hands. She's fresh. She's having her season debut, and she's excited to be at the races. So hopefully she just doesn't do too much for Jack.
Flight 3 coming up. Casheldale Lad, Lossiemouth, Brighterdaysahead. She's been jumping particularly well. She's moved up closer to Lossiemouth. Anzadam's a bit strong on the inside, and Anza Patrick, he'll look for a little cover in there. Hello Neighbour is next in the red with the white sleeves. Aranci, Winter Fog, and they've already gone away from Futurum Regum, who's last of all. So they turn now to make their way down along the back straight to the 4 flights. Casheldale Lad leads Lossiemouth. Brighterdaysahead, 2 6-year-old mares, both rated 159 in the prime of their career. Anzadam close in behind them. Next up, Hello Neighbour, Aranci on a recovery mission just outside. And next up is last year's runner-up Winter Fog. Futurum Regum last of all as they go now along the back straight towards the line of 4 here, and out front Casheldale Lad almost joined now. Within a half a length or so is Lossiemouth, being chased back in third by Brighterdaysahead as Lossiemouth comes up to join Casheldale Lad. They land together, and Brighterdaysahead is right on the outside. Next up Anzadam. There's a break from this 4 to Hello Neighbour and Aranci, who keep company as they go to the next. Lossiemouth over from Casheldale Lad. Anzadam has improved right in amongst them. Anzadam's got keen on Patrick. This changes the race for everyone.
Yeah, it does. This is not ideal for his chances. He's over racing. He's way too keen in Patrick's hands, and this now has injected an awful lot of pace in the race, and now they've gone kind of from being 30 mile an hour to being up to 34 and 35 miles an hour, and this will get them lads working in behind. And look at the stretch to put on the field.
He really is running away down the back here, Anzadam, but he has got a lead of 8 lengths over Lossiemouth and Brighterdaysahead, and he's no slouch if he can get home. It's Anzadam who's clear, but he's done a lot to get there. Lossiemouth and Brighterdaysahead right in the slipstream, you can see on that camera. Jack Kennedy just buried in behind Lossiemouth and Brighterdaysahead. Casheldale Lad, Hello Neighbour, Aranci has ridden along as they begin the turn across towards the second last, and it's Anzadam and Patrick Mullins still just trying to restrain a little bit. Lossiemouth is second, Brighterdaysahead third. Hello Neighbours trying to close the gap on the outside of Casheldale Lad. Anzadam over in front, Lossiemouth, Brighterdaysahead. They're going to be asked for effort now. They're clear from Casheldale Lad, and now Anzadam has stable companion Lossiemouth trying to get on terms. Last year's winner Brighterdaysahead. Jack Kennedy gets lower in the saddle. They turn for home. Anzadam, Lossiemouth, Brighterdaysahead strengthen up towards the final flight, the December hurdle. Anzadam is headed, Lossiemouth has gone to the front. Brighterdaysahead has come under pressure too, and it's Lossiemouth to the last. Brighterdaysahead is battling now as they come towards the final flight. Lossiemouth and Brighterdaysahead, the two mares have a length and a half between them. Lossiemouth with Brighterdaysahead trying to come back at her now. Lossiemouth has the run under her belt. Last year's winner Brighterdaysahead, she's game, she's switched to the inside, she's rallying, but it won't be enough. It's Lossiemouth's year as the two mares go clear. Lossiemouth beats Brighterdaysahead in a cracker back in third. Casheldale Lad tight with Anzadam, Hello Neighbour, and they were chased in by Aranci, Winter Fog, and they're clear from Futurum Regum. Wonderful battle. Possibly the run made a difference, who knows. We said she looked well in the preliminaries, but she's now 9 grade 1s, and she is a top mare, and they're two cracking mares.
Oh, they're two fantastic mares. Again, you could see Paul Townend's body language down the back. He didn't want to give Anzadam too much rope. He knows how good that horse is. Again, ran very well, but Paul wanted to stretch him. He wanted to get Jack off the bridle, but again, how she rallied, Richard. She's such a game filly. Both really good fillies, top class fillies, and they were slipping along there at a really good gallop from a long way out, and it looked like they were only just going through the motions. They're talented talented fillies.
Yeah, Willie will be delighted that Lossiemouth has won. Gord will be delighted that Brighter Days Ahead,
right.
off the back of such an early injection pace, has done so well in her first run. Everyone goes home happy here, I think.
I think so, yeah. It's a good result for everyone, and it took him a good bit to pull her up. It's taken Katie a bit of time to get down to Lossiemouth. You know, they really did fly past through the line and finished really, really strong. It was a hell of a good race. It was a good tactic race, and again, it'll just show you how good Gordon's and Willie's horses are running. You know, it's hard to beat them.
And Lossiemouth now is 13 wins from 16 runs, 9 at Grade 1 level. She's the Triumph, Punchestown as a 4-year-old, the Mares at Cheltenham, then she's won the Hatton's Grace, Morgiana, now here as well. You can't understate just how high class she is, and for the first time this week, but glad to speak to her, I'm sure, Paul Townend is with Katie.
Yeah, delighted to see a new face. Paul, well done.
I have been here a few days, Katie.
Yeah, but not with me, you haven't. No. Obviously with Cargeese. But listen, let's talk about the mare, Paul. She was excellent.
She was brilliant. Look, it was simple enough. I was going to go out and ride her like that all won, and hopefully she'd get me out of trouble, and she did. You know, I was anxious when Patrick flew with a couple of hurdles when he went by us, not to leave him off too far, because he wasn't a dead duck in the race, you know, and he'd had the run in Newcastle, so you know, it probably got me racing a little bit sooner than if he hadn't gone by me. But I wanted to mark him and try and cover all bases, and you know, make them, the rest of them, dance to my tune as much as we could. Yeah.
Jump super, very straightforward ride, Paul.
Yeah, very straightforward. Look,
she's a model of consistency.
She's a gem to have. She's turned up every day. Even when I didn't turn up in her back here one day, she still turned up and ran a cracker. So no, she's a mighty mare, and we're lucky to have her, yeah.
Great result, absolutely brilliant. You've had an up and down week, a mixed week. We'll go back. Stevenson's Day feels like a year ago. But Gael Aquarior.
Gael Aquarior ran a cracker. Look, it was anyone's race from the bottom of the straight, wasn't it? He delivered the couple of jumps I needed up the straight, and we just, two noses, you know.
Would you have liked a better gallop?
I'd have liked a better gallop and an ease in the ground. Not that I didn't turn up in the ground, but I'd have handled the slower ground better than the two in front of me, I think. So, no, look, he's run his race. Backed up his run the Durkin, which people were afraid it might leave his mark, and it didn't seem to. So, no, we were delighted with him, yeah.
Kidsbull, savage.
It was a magic spin around, yeah. The ground was an unknown, I suppose, going out in him as well, but he bounced off it. He winged fences, and it's a pleasure to have him, yeah. And
you're out there yesterday, galloping the champ.
I went out in his sword yesterday anyway, didn't he? He wore his heart in his sleeve again. Didn't look likely for a long time, I suppose, but put himself in with a winning chance at the back of the second last, and again at the back of the last with a good jump. And I suppose, look, maybe the lack of a run might have showed at that level, but he put up a game performance, all heart again, and he's not done with yet. No, for sure. Paul, well done. Great to be talking to you, and we'll see you soon. Happy New Year. Thanks, Katie, Angie.
Yeah, Lossiemouth was game, and it's hard to believe that's Willie Mullins' 11th winner in the last 4 days, Jane. The world will tell you they're not flying.
But it's just because we have such expectation for the champion trainer of both Britain and Ireland, and when you see some horses get beaten at short odds, you start to ask questions. But you can literally set your clock by this mare. Bar that freak fall she took here at the DRF last year, Lisa, she has been a winning machine. Yeah, that's her 9th Grade 1 victory. That tips up her prize money over the million marker. She's been a phenomenal mare for connections. You can see she sticks her head down, she digs deep. She's so beautiful to look at, as you mentioned in the praise ring beforehand. She's tall, she's lean, she's athletic, she's agile. She's got it all, really, hasn't she? She's like yourself.
She most certainly is. She's a very feminine filly. Is that the best way of putting it?
Yeah,
to look at her.
Lovely face.
Yeah, beautiful
I called her
face.
a supermodel earlier, I think.
Yeah, Anzadam had obviously run away with Patrick Mullins, and that scuppered his chance, which turned this into a bit of a test. And thought here Lossiemouth was going to win well, Lisa. I thought at the back of the last, Brighterdaysahead was coming at her, but actually in the last 20 yards, Lossiemouth's pulling away again.
Yeah, she has pulled away again. In fairness to Brighterdaysahead, considering this is her first run of the season, and obviously things haven't been straightforward with her, I think she's gone down fighting today. From the back of the last, I thought she stuck on gamely all the way to the line, albeit Lossiemouth picked up when she hit the line when she got to the line. But it's a good performance by Brighterdaysahead, and I'm sure we'll see a rematch in the not too distant future with these mares yet again. But a nice punch to the air for Paul Townend, coming back into the winners' enclosure here for another Grade 1 success.
I think that was relief, Jane, was it?
Yeah, it was satisfaction. He's probably had a few near misses, and he's glad to get that one in the bag. One or two things to note. Irancy, for whatever reason, he's a shadow of himself. Casheldale Lad, I think, has run a huge race to finish third. He didn't fall in a hole when he set out to make the running. It looked like he might. Anzadam clearly is a better horse than we saw, given how he looked a little bit unrideable down the back straight. He got a quick jump when he was gone. The front two mares are established, and we know that they're proper 160 mares. But there's a couple of glimmers of hope in behind. Casheldale Lad, there's a big race in him.
I think he's run a cracker actually. Down the back when he came off the bridle, I thought he was going to completely weaken out of it, but he's kept going, and there's certainly plenty of promise showed there from him today in Grade 1 company. He picks up some nice place pot money for today as well.
Most certainly does, as Paul Townend comes back into the Leopardstown winners enclosure aboard Lossiemouth, the winner of the December hurdle.
We just see the rematch at the DRF in February.
You can't see anything else, can you? But hopefully we get the rematch. Hopefully both mares bounce out of it, both are well in the next couple of weeks. And look, I think what we could have in store at the DRF is going to be some unbelievable races.
Mouth-watering prospects, yeah. Proper.
So it will. Willie Mullins standing in with Harold Kirk for the debrief.
I suppose we should enjoy today's success with Lossiemouth, but we can't help but look ahead to the likes of a champion world picture with Sir Gino.